Well, hello and welcome to the video that nobody specifically asked me for, but I just thought it would be fun, quite honestly, and I just wanted to hang out and show you guys what is in my after gym makeup bag. So I'm working out at the gym, sweating to the oldies, do a little sauna action, get a nice shower in because my kid is hanging out in their fun play area and I have time to do a little bit of makeup. Not a lot of time. I just want to throw something on really quickly. This is my actual makeup bag that I use to and from the gym. I just keep it in my gym bag. I pulled it out for you guys. I'll show you guys what is in it, what I actually use, and use it on my face. You can see a quick, easy makeup look, show you the products that I like the best to achieve that. We're using mostly our fingertips here, not a bunch of tools and all of that. This is going to be super quick and easy. So if that sounds good to you, then keep watching. I'm going to really try to limit the edits when it comes to showing you how I apply things because I want to show you how quick this look actually is. Very minimal and just my favorite things that get it done because we don't all have a lot of time these days or patience. I don't have patience these days for a long makeup look. So let's get to it. Let's go, boo. Boop. Okay, so I got my free bag that I definitely got as gift with purchase from like Ulta and stuff. Look how big this thing is. I overfill it. I don't use most of the stuff in here like on a regular basis. It's just like I keep throwing things in and then every once in a while I kind of like declutter a little bit. But I always start with my skincare, of course. I've done everything except I did my sunscreen, but it's been, sorry, my sunscreen tube tooted. It's been a while, so I can reapply some sunscreen. I do like my full skincare regimen in the morning and at night. I don't do it after the gym as well because I don't got that kind of money applying all my serums 3 times a day. Of my routine, I just do my BioClear lotion. Everything's from Gianrini. I use a little bit of the Transformation face cream. I use whatever random eye cream that I have, and this is like a little Drunk Elephant one. Just trying to use it up. And then, of course, my sunscreen that you just saw me apply. That may seem like a lot for skincare. I use a lot more for night and morning. If you want to see a video on that, then let me know. It's just the same brand, Gianrini. So I know it can get a little bit redundant sometimes. First, I go in with the Iris and Romeo Best Skin Days 5-in-1 Skincare Dewy Coverage. Now, I've been using this for a few months now, and I do like it. It's a little bit pricey. The best thing about it is the texture. It has like a mousse-like consistency that I just really enjoy. And I can apply it with my fingertips, which is the best because a lot of times I forget to pack a beauty sponge. I happen to have one in here this time, but it's really dirty. So we're not going to use it today. I'm just going to show you what I would do if I forgot my beauty sponge too, because that happens most of the time because I take it out to wash it and then I forget to repack it. So I just apply this. I can layer it up a little bit. It's just like a skin tint though. It's not going to apply a lot of coverage. It just kind of blends out my skin tone a little bit, but it's not gonna give, it's a light coverage. It's a hint of moisturizer that just looks nice. I don't need a primer or anything like that. I can kind of add coverage where needed, but I do have some concealer that we will use. I have a little blemish right here. My nose always gets really red, so I tend to try to layer a little bit on my nose. Let's see, I have a few concealers in here. Don't always use all of them. I have the Natasha Denona, and I also have the Rare Beauty one, more hydrating. So it just depends on my day. And I think I even have, yeah, I have the Makeup Revolution Eye Brightener. So I think I'm gonna do for this one today. I keep a different one in there depending on like, you know, what I want to do. These are the main ones. So I think I'm gonna, since I'm using my fingertips, I'm gonna just plop this in right here. This is the Makeup Revolution Eye Bright. And then put a little bit where I like it to be a little bit brighter, even though it says Eye Bright. You know, you could put it a couple other places. And then I think this one is the one that's easier to blend with my fingertips as opposed to the Rare Beauty. So this is the Natasha Denona. A little here, a little around my nose where I said I'm really red on the blemish, and I'll try to let that sit a little bit. A little more in the crease just to beef up that coverage. Outer corner, nothing too crazy. And then I'll put a little bit more here for some more coverage because I'm just feeling that. I'm gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna pat it all out. It's kind of old school, you know, reminds me of when I was first playing with makeup back in high school. But sometimes you don't need like all the tools, especially because I don't mind getting a little bit of coverage with this. And I want it to be fast. If I use a beauty blender, I'm going to lose a lot of the coverage. And these are pretty, like, the Natasha Denona is like a medium. And then the other one is really light, the Makeup Revolution. So it's mainly around my eyes that I'm like, oh no, that's the hardest because I do need to dilute it a little bit. Now my gym has Kleenexes on the counter. I do not, so I'm just grabbing a towel because I want to take off any kind of extra residue on my fingers so I can make sure that I really blend it out. I don't want it to be too cakey, and I just kind of gently make sure that it's all spread it out even. Maybe it'd be easier with a beauty blender, but you know, I liked how it's been looking doing my fingertips, so I wanted to show that. Not a new technique by any means, but it's what's been working. Looking nice, looking good. This little pimple I do want to cover up a little bit more. So let's put some more on there. I didn't even notice him until just now, honestly. Don't know where that came from. So I'm gonna plop that down while we work in some more sections. What else we got here? I have a bronzer contour somewhere in here. Here you are, just the Milani Conceal and Perfect number 2 Ginger. Go plop it down on my cheeks, like that. I do a little right here, a little right there. I would put it right here because I do, well, I'm gonna do it. It's easier to blend out with a sponge, that's for sure. So I try to do less, but you can do it. You can still blend it. Okay, like that. And then wipe my hands. And then on the cheeks, I just kind of use those 2 middle fingers and swipe up. It gives like a pretty nice blend. It depends on the products too. Like I definitely have some bronzer stuff, contour sticks that do not blend this easy with the fingers, but the Milani definitely does. Just like that. Still let that concealer marinate. And then for blush, I have been loving, okay, combining the Charlotte Tilbury matte. This is the blush wand matte in Peach Pop and her highlighter wand. I wouldn't recommend like the highlighter wand by itself. I don't like it. I'm honestly just trying to use it up. But I put my blushy on and put the highlighter on top of it because I honestly don't love matte bronzers totally anymore. I like it a little bit more glowy. So this turns it into a glowy blush. It's great. And then just pat it out, and I'm wiping in between pats to kind of dilute it down. Sorry, just took a call from my husband. Okay, so that's looking really pretty. It just looks really natural that way, you know, just a kiss. Let's see, wipe my hands, if I can blend out this concealer now. And if you can still see it, whatever, honestly. But actually, no, that's looking a lot better. Okay, I do still use powder, surprisingly, just because I love the glow, but it just sometimes, like right now, it's just a little too much. So I just have like a little travel powder. I think this Hourglass one is this one empty? No, it's not. Okay, good. I'm gonna use the Hourglass travel one. I have a one size powder in here too. They're basically both the same. And then I actually have a little eyeshadow blending brush. This is like a Sigma, like E40 or something. And I figured out I would do this when I was missing my powder puff in here, which I still don't have in here, but with my makeup set, like, you know, the little powder puff, I always forget to put that in here too, along with the beauty blender. So I take this, I make sure it's clean. I just grab a tissue and wipe it off. Usually it's the only thing I'm using it for, so it's fine. I don't even have an eyeshadow palette in here. And I swirl it in and I tap it a lot. Take my finger, blend out the under eye, make sure there's no creasing in there. That happened when I was applying my blush and bronzer. And I'm gonna just gently press and then sweep. Kind of doing like a patting motion of the powder. So that way I don't like over apply it, and I'm really concentrating it into the areas that I get a lot of shine. So right here, down this kind of triangle, up here. Sometimes I'll take it on my lid too, because I always get concealer and stuff up there, even if I don't mean to, just to set it. Otherwise I'll get like that rolling concealer crease. And then right around the nose, since I always get red around there. And on the smile lines around the mouth. And I always kind of diffuse it over around the cheek area because it tends to set down fine, but it helps with the pores. Like I feel like in this high lit area, you can really tell like how shiny, when it is so shiny, all the texture picks up. It's what it does. It like highlights it. So this more mattified side, it's just softer looking. It's not, the Hourglass powder isn't too mattifying. It's just right where like as I go about my day, it's gonna warm up to my skin and I won't look too dried out, but I also won't look too glowy like I feel like I do on the other side. See, I think that just looks so nice. But I can tend to over apply powder when I use a powder puff or a powder brush. And this way I'm just really concentrating it into the areas that I need it. Put on that little pimple guy, make sure he's set. And of course, the forehead. Bloop. Looking really pretty, I think. Now, I don't have highlighter or anything, but there was the highlighter in that blush, so I think it pops enough. Sometimes when I come home, like I'll go in my drawers and I'll like throw a little powder on or something, but this is typically what I'm good to go with. Now, for brows, I just ran out of the one I usually use. I actually use the Too Faced brow pomade in a pen or something like that. Brow pomade pencil, whatever. I usually use that, but I am out. So I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills Auburn shade. It's just the regular Brow Wiz. We'll see how it works. So, you know, I just was out of my favorite and I had to grab something this morning when I was running to the gym because I literally just got back from the gym right now. So instead of doing it there, I'm doing it here with you guys. Decided on the fly. So let's throw this in. I don't know if it's going to be too red. You guys know if you have red hair, it's like so hard to find ones that work just right. This one might be a little too red for right now, but whatever. I'm going to speed this part up for you guys because everybody's brows is kind of different, but I just fill it in and then I'll show you the brow gel I use. It's too red right now. I like this red when my roots are freshly done, but when they're not, then it's better to just do my natural color with like a hint of warmth, but whatever. Sorry if it's distracting. I'll have to fix them later with just like a regular brow pencil. But what I go in with next is the Too Faced Fluff and Hold. This tends to keep my brows in place really well. I don't really do like the full laminated look anymore, but I do fluff them a little bit. So this is perfect because it's the Fluff and Hold. I just comb it right through. While I was doing my brows, I remembered I saw this hilarious TikTok of someone that's saying like, why do beauty gurus like always do their brows off screen or like rush through it? Like, what's the secret? What are you hiding? We're not hiding anything. It just takes so freaking long and I don't want a bunch of awkward silence and I don't want to add a bunch of audio and everybody's brows are different and honestly, nobody's coming to me for their brow problems because I got enough brow problems as it is. I'm trying to combat myself, so I do not have a perfect brow, but everybody's so different with their brows. That's really the secret, is that it's a little different every time. So I just kind of smoosh down the sides to hope that they don't come apart. I need a new one of these too. I'm just waiting for there to be a good sale, but I might have to bite the bullet and get it because it's so good. Okay, so there's that. Honestly, like I said, I can feel I didn't put powder on this side. So let me grab my brush again and just whatever I have left off. Sweep it because it's all sticky. I don't even have an eyeshadow palette with me. I'm just going to throw on some eye glitter. I love these. I talk about them in some of my other videos. So this is from Profusion. You can get it at Walmart for it's like $3 or $5. It's like a multi-chrome shadow. I also have the About Face ones in here. Is this the one that you always use? Yeah, the Fractal Eye Paint in the shade Tin Pan Alley. So I'm going to throw this one on first, I think. Let me see. Yeah. I love these. Like, even the matte eye paints are so good. I love them. But I just want to do like a super... Oh, this is the one I want to use. Okay, I'm going to use this one. This is that same Profusion one. This one's a shade Retrograde. Really pretty multi-chrome and so affordable. And I just throw it on the lid like so. And then I blend out with my finger. So it's just a really pretty wash of shimmer that will last all day and it is so easy to apply. You don't need eye primer, you don't need nothing. And then going in with the About Face now, I do that fairy wash, fairy swipe that I started doing last year in case you have missed it. What is on my, oh, it's just a hair. I go in the inner corner and I swoosh it up here like that. So inner corner and swoosh. And then I take my finger and I tap that out. So it's not like a hard line, but it is still concentrated in a certain area. And it just makes me feel really pretty, really ethereal. And it takes like a minute to do that. And then I go in with my mascara. I got my eyelash curler. Curling is like such a big part of it. So pump it, move it up like that. I do it 2 times on each side, doing base, middle, tip. I don't love this eyelash curler, but it's the one that I keep in my gym bag. So whatever. Sometimes it makes them like a little too kinked, like halfway through. Whatever. Besides the point. And my mascara is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Surprise, surprise. I've been using this for freaking 4 years now, I think. And I'm not interested in any other ones anymore. I used to do so many mascara videos and this was the one that like stopped me in my tracks. And I'm like, I can't do mascara videos anymore. Nothing else will ever compare to this one. So until they change it, I won't be doing that. And I just layer the friggin' heck out of my lashes to make them nice and big and fluffy and long and all the things that I like in my lashes. Sometimes lately I've been putting like a little mascara just on the outer bottom lash line. Not fully, but just enough to kind of like, I don't know what it does, but it's just pretty. Like open the eyes, but like elongate them too. I don't know. And then, but I don't like these little corners. So I always take off the little corners so it can look too much. And then I always, because I almost never do liner now on the upper eyelid, I always get a little bit mascara up there, but it's best to wait for it to dry. So I'm gonna wait for that to dry, do my lips, and then I'll go in with a Q-tip and remove any mascara that I got on my lid. When you really layer it up and get really close to the base lashes, it's just bound to happen. So I have a few things left still in here. Like I said, I don't use everything, but I do want to throw a lippy on. So this is a good one that I just grab and put on. It's the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. And I have the shade, I don't know, because it used to be on the bottom as a little sticker and it fell off. So I'm of no use. I just throw that on. It's like just a nude, like my lips, but more color. Sometimes to help mitigate, you know, the size of my lips, I don't know, I will use a lip liner. Let's see if I have it in here today. Well, I don't think I have it. So that's fine, whatever. Sometimes I'll do a lip liner and just kind of trace the outside a little bit just to do a lip liner, but it's not like a dramatic one, you know? So then I go in with a plumping lip gloss because I'm addicted to the feeling of an intense plumper on my lips. This one's a Too Faced lip injection and I just layer it on. Just helps my lips look really juicy. And I love that. Okay, so that, yeah, that's it. That is what I do really quickly. Nothing profound, but it's real life, babes. It's a real life. This is what a real makeup day looks like for me because most of the time I don't have time to do my makeup in the morning, like I said, or patience. So I'll go to the gym, I'll work out, and then I'll treat myself to like a little bit of freshening up like this. And beyond my day, it takes me maybe 15 minutes. I don't even think it usually takes me that long, but pretty quick and effortless and on the go. I just love how juicy my lips look. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching this video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more beauty videos from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.